Hello and welcome to this live Forex forecast for EURUSD, Pound USD, Pound Yen, Gold, USDCAD, USOIL, Aussie, New Zealand, and all the other pairs we've gone through on Sunday. So that I will give you an update on the trade setups where we're right now. So yeah, I think that's a good deal for you. I hope that you would like that. So if you can hear me, that would be awesome. But if you can't hear me, please tell me, because that's not good, is it? So I don't know if I'm going to make this a routine of every Tuesday. Tuesday seems to be a good day. Then the setups have kind of set in stone. Then you kind of have maybe the second entry by Tuesday, so we can kind of also get ahead of that. That would be also an amazing thing, I guess. So I guess it's all up to you guys if you find Tuesday at 4 p.m. to be a good timing or not. Apart from that, I think it's just to shoot out pairs, and I will be like do. Okay, so I will start with Aussie, and we'll go down on Aussie, and then it's up to you basically. Good morning from Canada. Canada, wow, it's morning. Well, good morning. Cheers, mate. What is it, 4 p.m. now? So I feel like I've been awake for so long. Awesome. So just shoot your pairs. Josh, welcome. By the way, so as you can clearly see from the chart we have sent out on Saturday, Sunday, is that this is Sunday. So I wanted this to come down. It hasn't really done that. So what I really would love to see when this kind of a market condition is that I would love to be here. What day is it today? Is it Tuesday today? So I would love Aussie CAD to be up here, but as you can see here, this gray area which I have made out is of great resistance. Second of all, we have the monthly sell pivot here. Okay? And third of all, I would take you for a ride. Let's go for a ride. Let's see if this is actually true. So a small thing that you should do for past 5 years is to find out what did it do Monday or Tuesday the past 5 years now in April, okay? So let's go for a walk. What did we do? Interesting, okay? Interesting. Because if I take away all my drawings, this is Tuesday last year at the same time. And guess what? After this week, we can see that it is falling, okay? So that's very interesting. And the other interesting thing is that it almost went to take profit target for the month. Banna here. Welcome. Awesome, mate. And so if we this year are in a more bearish mode, would then say we can just go up to the sell pivot for the month instead of the target for the buyers. Well, to me that is just as good. So I would look for anything for it to fall again. Though I have said, so there's two conflicting views here that I have in my head, and I'm changing in a bit. So technically, that's what happened last year. Okay? Can it happen again this year? Is this bounce a dead cat? What happens is a dead cat. If you don't know what dead cat is, dead cat bounce is where you have a very sharp move. In any sharp move, you always have a pullback because the move is so great that it kind of has to, in a way, pull back up again before it can fall again. And this is a false bullish move. What do you think about the USD-CAD? I have a sell trade open for sell USD-CAD, currently going down as expected. I can go to USD-CAD afterwards. I just want to explain Aussie USD, because also Aussie USD covers Euro USD and New Zealand USD as well, in a way. Yeah, so I definitely see the potential for this one reversing, though we are still moving higher, 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 or higher, higher, higher. So this will continue higher until, okay, listen, until it has made a new low, failed a new high. Until that time, we're moving higher. That's why I have said we're going higher, because the trend and the move is higher. But this is serious resistance. Now, USD-CAD. I can do USD-CAD. Well, I would love for this one to go all the way down to 37.79. That is not changed. And by the way, Aussie target for 65.59 still the same. Okay, nothing has changed. I just say that the possibility, okay, the possibility, you have to have in your mind what is the other party seeing and planning. Because when you can see the other side, the bad side, you would then need to, then you can get more profit out of the market, as how I see it, because you can earlier get out, because you can see what they are planning. Okay, that's what, because I would also be like, okay, interesting, this is going higher, I would go higher, but I can also see the sellers going into this market. But yeah, USD-CAD, I believe is 37.79 until, okay, let's go back to 1 hour, until it is going to continue lower until it breaks up a new high. So right now you have a new low. Okay, sell, fine, good. Support and resistance, fine, good. Until it breaks above 140, you're good for a seller. I don't know if you should have your stop loss there, but you should at least have your stop loss at break even, or at least at 40.62. Hugo says USD in general is going false bullish with other ones. Okay, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. USD is so confusing. I can't certain about the way up or down it goes. Show slow all the way. Okay, fine. But I can do USD next. But USD-CAD is still tilted to the downside. You're still okay, Jazz. Yes. But so technically, that's when you're at risk. But it all depends on your entry. It all depends if you have your break even. If you have break even, that's much better than. But if your entry is above 140, that would be just, yeah, have it above. And then target of 137, hard stop. Kind of maybe a bit above, maybe 130, maybe 138, just to be sure. And then you're good to go. Okay, but this one can fall further. But you also have to look at oil. USD-CAD and oil. So US oil, if US oil is down, this one is going up. So US oil is currently heading lower. So for you selling USD-CAD and US oil going lower, it's a chance. This is only falling because of USD. Okay, CAD should be weak, and CAD is kind of, again, not that weak then. Any other CADs? Yeah, okay, so CAD is a good. That's so interesting, by the way. Okay, fine. CAD is a bit strong, even though US oil is lower. Interesting. Okay, but until until we see a reverse. Well, it could have been today, it could have been tomorrow, but until now, fine. Sorry, dwelling on that one. Euro USD. Okay, let's do that. Here I did a trend line for you guys just to see how that it can be. I guess this is how you do a trend line, right? It can be broken, but then retested and gone above again. Why? Well, that's why I don't like. Well, actually, I did make this trend line when price was here. So that would be yesterday at around 1 p.m. I saw it, it respected it. That's when I did it. And apparently, didn't hold. Sorry, people, for that. Who else? What else? Thanks for the USDCAD. Okay. So basically, I would say that it's USD running USDCAD, but of course, if CAD is very strong or very weak, that will also move it. But for most times, okay. So EURUSD, what do we see? What do we do to Drunken Sailor? First of all, people, this is the area you sold. This is the area, okay, bear, bull here. This is the area where you sold. This is where the area where you bought. Where's price right now, people? The price is right now in the middle. That would be okay. And what happens in the middle? Well, price seems to be going in a channel. Well, that's also low volatility because of Easter. But the thing is, we're just in the middle between two strong poles, and we're currently heading higher. I said on Saturday, I said this was your entry. I said 88, 82, 08, 10888 was your entry to buy. Did you hear that? Did you do anything about that? That's when I said you should be a buyer. Were you a buyer? Did you buy? Okay, good. As a seller, when you have a new low, you have a pullback, then you should have sold either here at 109.214 or again at 09.45. Well, I would wait for it a bit more. I would wait for a new low, then the pullback before selling. So as a seller, I wouldn't have sold this, but that's a potential entries. Now, if you're a seller, you're like, okay, this is not sellable anymore. I also said, I think it was last week when I took profit here as a seller because we have this high here that is higher than this high, higher than this high, higher than this high, and we're coming up to this 1, 2, 3 third high. When you're challenging the third high, I feel like more often than not, it's going to reverse. It's already made a double bottom at a price where we want it to be as a buyer, or where buyers want it to be. So this move down is what you would expect and would hope for and would be so interested in. But I didn't necessarily get a new low. So as a seller, this is where it's dead. Okay, okay. That's where it's dead. Now it's bullish. USD Swiss is going as forecasted, Mima. I think that's where it is. So I said, what did I say? I said USD up. I said Aussie USD up. I said USD Swissy down. And yeah, USD Swissy down. You can just look at the USD Swissy. Awesome. Hope you have a lot of pips on that one, Mima. Amazing. Thank you. And yeah, and even went to the pip of my drawing. Sorry, people did go higher. Sorry. But that's where you sell. So you can feel, well, you can also feel the fear of the market going higher and higher, but actually that's where your entry is. Okay? Even though it's going higher at this point and it's green, as you're like, what is going on? It's green, 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 green. Well, if you are going into like super, super, super small, for me, I won't go here, time frame, where do you see a pullback? No, a reversal, sorry. Okay, nothing, nothing. Oh, new low. Oh, pullback. Oh, new low. Oh, pullback. Pullback. Sell. Pullback. Sell. Pullback. Sell. Pullback. Nothing. So that's 1, 2, 3 entries, people. 3 entries within the last within the last 13 hours. 3 entries within the last 13 hours. That's less than a day. And maybe you were asleep. But yeah. What's your sentiment on US 500? Is it US 500? Is that the same as S&P 500? Muka? Yeah, awesome. Awesome, Mima. Awesome. Awesome. Remember the target, though, of 95.65 is all of that I don't this weakness. It's going back to the sentiment of how to read the market. You kind of have to choose one world view. Either you believe, since there's pumped so many dollars into the market, that's going to weaken the dollar. 6 trillion. Or you believe that because we are now having a bounce, like that cat bounce, like a false rally, a false weakness, because it's just temporarily, but the real impact of this coronavirus to the world is going to have a longer term move down, then you just have to wait for your bullishness on USD Swissy, for example. Like right now, it's not bullish. But as Oscar said on Sunday's live, that everyone gets paid, you just have to wait for your turn. But why? Okay, so if you're a buyer, you got 288 pips in profit here. You got maximally 650 here. Okay, that's within since 9th of March. That's 1 month. So for the past 1 month, you should have in one singular trade have be given 920 pips. I think that's a good deal, huh? I think that's a good deal. Just to win the last month, just for one trade, and then you stack up like this one I told you about here. Like in a downtrend, when you have your trend, you're like, ooh, let me look for pullbacks. Okay, this is now a new low. That's a pullback entry. Nothing here. New low. Nothing here. Okay, but here you have an entry. Wait for new low. Okay, here you have an entry of this low. Okay, and then you went higher again, and then this low, you have an entry after that low. Okay, so I'm only going for the lowest, and then I drag it across. Low, drag it across. Low, drag it across. low, drag it across. Here you have BE, that is no longer valid. This one, maybe not, maybe BE, but you still have 1, 2 trades going on. And then you have 1, 2, 3 today. Okay, that's at least, that's 5 trades. One is each 1% risk. And what is it now? Now you're the best one are in 154 pips in profit. And if you have 50 pips stop loss on each, times 5, that's 5 times 5 is 25. So yeah, you should be very solid in profit. Just that, just like that. Okay, awesome. Pound dollar, same thing here. So we opened up with a new high. Okay, as a buyer, you are supposed to be buying here. Okay, that's your trade number 1 this week. Not long time ago, not far a long time ago. This one is your entry. This one is your entry. So 1, 2, 3. So within, what is that, yesterday? So that's 114 pips. That's 62 pips. That's 26 pips. Anyone who's good with the calculator can do the math, but I will just try to do it in my head. I would say that is 200 pips since Monday yesterday. Okay? 200 pips on pound USD since yesterday. And you haven't lost anything because you just bought. Sellers never got their entry anyways, so there should be no sellers in this market. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We have a request for Aussie yen. We can do Aussie yen. Okay. We can do 1 hour here instead. Okay, so we have here first hour of the month, no, first hour of the week. We have a sell-off. I would then say that's potentially a plan A. That failed. Stop loss maybe, or maybe break even at the moment as a seller. And then you would now wait for a break below here, then sell it down there. Until, because it made a new high, I'm like, okay, I will wait for a new low. That's your plan. That's that. If now you're a buyer, okay, you're a buyer, you want to buy this thing, and you say buy, buy. Just want to see if I can find a better chart. Have I done that? Okay, I don't have the monthlies here apparently. I don't know why I don't have the monthlies here. I don't know why I've taken that away apparently. Then, okay. Then if you're a buyer, wait for a new high, wait for the pullback, buy it up. Now as a buyer, you're like, I don't know, this is price action is not how I would like it to be. When you have a new high, you want it to stop here. Maybe you had a buy here. Fine, good enough for me. Then you didn't have the continuation. Now you are in a loss. Okay. Then your stop loss is below this low here of 68. But if it then goes below 68.35, then it's bearish. Then it shouldn't be in a buy anymore. Is that good enough? Is that good enough, Mima? Give me a thumbs up for that, people. I'm just giving you very strict, direct, and I'm on the wrong one today, apparently. This is where you are, son. So, Mima, I hope that you now got what you wanted. Awesome. So, this is just the beginning of the week, and then you might have a stop loss, you might have a But what are you? Are you a buyer or a seller? But yeah, or do you have an entry in it? But if you're a buyer, you're still good to go as long as it stays above 68.35. And if you're a seller, you just wait. You're still waiting for it. You're still waiting for it. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. I have a thumbs up. I give it a thumbs back. Talk too much. Gold. Who's a gold digger? Okay. What is gold doing? Okay. Wait. So I can just see the back of it. Where's my back? What is gold doing? You're waiting for sell setup. Well, you can sell it here. Oh, yeah, okay, it's Mima. Okay, you should wait for sell setup. I'm also too. So we are still in the same boat. Mima, are you in my Discord channel? If you go into the link below, I normally say if I enter such a trade. So yeah, in the change channel, in Discord channel. So yeah, so you will be much more updated. And then gold, Sammy. What is fundamental? Where is it heading? Okay, it's going up. This is definitely going up. I think I said some target of 1725. Profits. That's your profit, boy. Congratulations. That's your entry. And boom. Awesome. What else? Okay, so we didn't get a sell set up. No, you're just waiting for the double top. So this is a double top on a 1 hour, but you didn't get a new low with a pullback at resistance where you would love it to be. So for you, you're just waiting for it to do it again. All right. Is this the right one? Yeah. And then the monthly target is up at 1769, 70-ish. 1770 is the target for the month. Yeah, so what is driving gold at the moment? Okay, I've earlier talked to you about gold being strong, dollar being strong, but in that moment gold or USD gets weak, this one is going to move. Okay, so now dollar is weak, USD is going up, Aussie USD is going up, pound USD is going up. That's because the dollar is weak, and then this one will go up like a rocket. Okay. Sammy says, why is it going that high like a crazy bull? Well, let's use one, I would say, quite frankly, quite fast, and specifically, we don't use the word crazy, okay? Nothing to be sorry about, but just, this is not crazy movement. This is normal movement. This is what you would anticipate as a move. In risky terms, in risky waters, gold is supposed to be strong. Okay? So it's still strong. That's why it's rising. But on the other hand as well, USD is weak. How do you see that? As I just said, Aussie USD is up, Euro USD is up, Pound USD is up. That's why gold is going up. Because dollar is weak. Gold is strong. Because we are in a risky sentiment generally. Not maybe this week, maybe not last week, but generally we are in, not risky, but it's uncertain. We don't know when does the economy starts booting up again. Norway is still not up. We closed 12th of March, as 1 month ago. We still have no clue when we are booting up again. Will it be the summer? Will it be May? Will it be June? Will it be... Just the question of when will it be adds a sentiment of, I need to protect my capital. Why do you want to lose $1 billion when you can make $1 billion? Right? So you buy gold because gold is seen as a safe haven. Okay? You buy dollar. Maybe not now. But yeah. You don't go for the pips. Those who buy gold doesn't go for the pips. They go to hold an asset because it's liquid and it doesn't fluctuate like Bitcoin. But number 3 or 4 or 5, I don't know which point I'm at right now. The masses of money, not masses of people, but masses of money tend to buy gold in risky conditions. That's why people go to gold. It's like, if you want to drive from, I don't know where you live. Sammy, okay, let's say you live in Dubai. Dubai has a 16-lane highway. I think it's 16 lanes. To go from the airport to town. But that was what everybody would do. They would just use the highway. That was the easiest way because that's where everybody would go. Okay? This is the same way. This is the mainstream of money going into gold. But you instead wanted to go around because you didn't understand there was a highway for everyone here. So you went on a dirt road into the Sahara, and then maybe a day later you came in to the city center. Okay? I don't know if that was a good idea, but anyways, this is where everybody put their money when it's risky. Fine. Now it's risky. That's why it's going up. And it's backed by governments and central banks and institutions. Big boys, if you want to call it that. There, that's that. Nothing else than that. Very straightforward. But for me, this move down is more surprising than this move up. This move here is interesting, but the move up, I could tell you in my sleep to buy or look for buy on gold. That's that. New Zealand USD. Okay, very different. I didn't say that it was rising. I guess I said it was rising, but it looks to me that it's falling off the top. Okay, interesting. Then I would see something like this tomorrow. Potential A, potential B. This one is clearly weaker than the dollar at the moment. This move down doesn't tell me buy with everything you have. This one says caution, okay? So Aussie says caution. No, it didn't. Who was it? Who was it? Euro. Okay, I don't know who it was. It was somebody else. USDCAD then. Anyways, it doesn't matter. New Zealand dollar. But now I'm going to tell you something else. Pair that we don't necessarily normally cover. But this might be a gem. Listen to this one. New Zealand Swissy should be on the radar. Look at that one. Okay? If this one goes higher tomorrow, there might be some pips in there as well. Because New Zealand is weak, but Swissy seems to be stronger. So this seems to be a new low. Then I will look for the pullback. This is the same setup I look for every single day. And where's the double top? Oh, well, I don't know. It's definitely a new low. That's, well, it's, this one is really coming together as making it worse. But if it was just up here, and then where is the, I don't know if it goes back to here then. 758.66. Okay. Plan B is this one at 58.87. I said 7. Mustapha's target on gold weekly is 17.25. That's already hit, and then month is 17.70. But in USD Swiss, so you can come and not hang me, but you can crucify me or whatever, or you can follow up on this one. So write it down somewhere. So on Friday we will look at it again on the review of the week and see if we got an entry on it. I think that's a good idea. I think that's awesome. Because what you are able to trade, what you should be trading against, what you should be looking for Aussie, CAD, New Zealand, but then against, well, that would be differently. Then against USD, yen, and Swissy. Same thing every single day. Okay, so you have Aussie USD, Aussie yen, Aussie Swissy. You have USDCAD, you have CAD yen and CAD Swissy. You have New Zealand USD, New Zealand yen, and New Zealand Swissy. And then you can add euro, and you can add pound to it. I believe they also move when Aussie, for example, when Aussie goes down, when Aussie CAD and New Zealand goes down generally, not specifically the country, but the general move in the market, this one rises. So you have an exceptionally much better move on Aussie dollar than Aussie CAD. Okay, let's see if we can do something. So where is it? From here, that's the beginning of the move. That is a move of 1500 pips. Okay, but if you trade someone against them, then Aussie CAD, I said, since 30th, it's just 1,000. So you got 500 more pips by choosing the right pair. And if you multiply that by 3, that is 1,500 given. 1,500 each time. Ah, Oscar, hi. You didn't come to my Discord channel. I missed you. But yeah, yeah. Global, what is it? Global analyst trader? Yeah. Macro trader? Yeah, I guess. What is a micro trader then? Is that a day trader? No, but the thing here is, to take away the big words of it, is that I see how the market moves generally. That's my hypothesis. And then I look into specific pairs or specific currency, which is yen. And then I look into specific pairs. Is a trend with me for the month, for the week, for the day? And then I can go into, for a month trade, That's one trade, 1 week trade, and 1 day trade. And then for every week, there's at least 3 entries every week. Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then you've multiplied that for all the pairs you do. That's some trades. But it's not 15 trades a day, but it's a way to scale in once you are in profit. And then when you're not in profit, you're like, you cut. Is that why you did? You cut your losses and you move on to something else. Okay, you just let it go. You don't enter anything else until your trend is with you again. But on Aussie CAD, for the matter, we are at very good support. Must say, USOIL. I was waiting for you to come with that one. Well, we're heading lower. It seems to me that the oil deal didn't do what I wanted to do. But the 9 point, what is it? What was it? 9 point, what is 97? Was it 97? 9 point something. Not 10 million, but just below 10 million. Just didn't make the market plummet down to 0. I guess that's where it's all about. But for the market to stabilize and go back to 40, we need way more than 10. The answer is here why we're not at 40 at the moment. And that's generally fundamentally. And it's kind of just to stabilize it around 20. But as I said on Sunday, I said that your target is 20 or 28. Pick your battles. As a seller, it seems to me like that's what got the favor. When are you a seller? This is where you sold. Did you even buy this one? I don't know. Maybe. No. Okay. You should have bought here if it made a new high. That's a double bottom, so you should have waited until that one. Then you could have bought, but that's a sell, and that's a sell. There was even a sell here, small one, but yeah, still. Maybe register the Discord app. Still not familiar. Okay. I don't know how I can help you. Like it's just I don't know. Should we let's see. Do you see anything like this, Mima? Where this is a general chat, and this is signals, this is trade, so there's different channels that you can go into, different things that we can talk about, so not everything goes into general. And then here's all the success, here's all those people who is satisfied with me, and then I post all the sometimes I forget, but I post all the analysis that I have done every week and what the results were. And then you can see sometimes it didn't hit profit, sometimes it just way above profit, sometimes it almost took profit. So yeah. I don't know if you're able to get into it. It's supposed to be an app, it's supposed to be on a website, it's supposed to be anything else. Yeah, I download it to your computer, so I have it on my computer. So yeah. So I normally talk in every chat because I'm the admin, but general and trades is kind of the popular ones. And then I put all the important news for you here, where the agreement was posted after the live on Sunday. Yeah, and then I just filter out a lot of other news. So it's kind of very filtered news, very basic news, but it's really the most important thing to follow. I expect you guys to at least minimally read these ones. Oscar says the market's starting to show some risk off. Yeah. I kind of can potentially agree with you, but I am cautiously just following the trend on the euro. Okay, we have a new high. Okay, we have more profits then. Congratulations. But I think I entered around here last week. Yeah, this high here. Okay, entered, pulled back, and then this one. So that's around 08, 60, 70-ish. Yeah, that around that area here. So what am I now in? I am 113 pips in profit. Yeah, the reason why I was on Telegram before Mima, and it just become in my head very messy to, I also have news, also have important information I want to give you guys, so make sure that you get it, because I don't want to be a messy news channel where there's a lot of off-topic talks, which happens, and we're traders. I wasn't there, nobody was there for me to tell me, listen guys, listen, okay? Read this. Nobody told me that. And I'm kind of trying to tell you, this is what you should read. This is what you should do. Because nobody did that for me. Okay? So I'm just cautiously trying to tell you, you know, if you follow me, you might win more than by not following me. But I'm not saying I'm the one, the best, or at all. And if you need help, I will try to help, because I never got that help myself. But just some small bits here and there, and just like now, I'm giving you my knowledge, I'm giving you my time for you to understand that either you're right or you're wrong. Either your trend is with you or it's not, or sometimes it's just not understandable. Well, okay, even for me, I would say not everything is understandable. Like, why on earth did it make a new high here? And why did it come all the way down there? Well, I wanted it to come down here, but why didn't it just fall down there then? Why did it need to kick out the sellers? I don't know if that was what you call it, manipulation, where the market is like, let's make a new high so people can buy into it, so we can drag it down and then drag it up again. I don't know. But I have learned this is where I should enter. This is where I should enter, okay? But I would believe as a trader, if I saw this breakout, let's go to a different chart then. As a breakout trader, I'm like, awesome! There's a new high, awesome, let's buy. But the market says, bye, right? So for me to give that clarity, this is where you should be buying. This is your second entry, okay? And now you're trying to make a new high. Then once you've made a new high, then you can come back, then you buy then, and then you take profit up here in 10, was it 1040? Is that what I said? Yeah, 1040. 1037 Berg. You feel like it's more organized than our Telegram. Yeah, and the more I grow, the more crowded it becomes. But I try to at least give you guys something to hold on to. All right. What else? Which else? Other pairs do we want to have today? We have gone through Aussie, which is going higher as anticipated, but it's a strong resistance. It can still punch up to 65.59, or at least above that one, below that one, 55.50. Then Euro is struggling to go higher. Oh, 4 hours different. Okay. So 4 hour, we have made a new high. We have made a pullback. Okay, that's maybe you're interested in. Okay. And then you're just waiting for this one to go higher. But this is a strong, I would say this is resistance. And then the next one is resistance. And that's around 1040. So yeah, I would say that would be the target. But we shall see. Pound USD is just going higher without any pullbacks. On the 4 hour, hasn't made anything for this week. I have made so much mess in here. Okay, I'm just making more crazy apparently. Okay. Are we moving anything here now? Okay. So no. Okay, so we are still not up to 26.37, which was the target, but we're heading to it. Pound yen. Yen is supposed to be strong, CAD is strong, but pound is strong again this week. So yeah. So nothing to report home. I feel that's where it is right now. So nothing major, nothing awesome, nothing. So people, I just want to tell you guys, it's totally voluntary to become part of my Discord, but that's where you get help. And it's kind of tricky to communicate on YouTube. YouTube kind of doesn't want me to communicate with you afterwards as Messenger, as Facebook does. I have a Facebook page as well if you want to go to that one, IvanFX or IvanFX. I have an Instagram account as well, IvanFX, something like that. And it's in the descriptions below this video, a bit further down. So if you want to contact me there instead, that would be awesome. And if you're going through my courses at the moment, the sales page at the moment is definitely under maintenance. And I am definitely improving it. And I gave out a discount this Easter on my Discord channel for the technical analysis course. So people bought that one. And it's back up to normal price again. So yeah, I think that if you need help with technical analysis, there is courses for you, or you go through my videos and try to extract everything you kind of see that I do every single time. Because for me, I have many times wanted the market to do a simple thing, and it just didn't do it. Instead of objectively, which I am at right now, I'm like, okay, is this bullish? Is it bearish? And just see, does it make a new high or does it make lower lows? Okay, not because I want it, because that's what I see, and it becomes clearer and clearer and clearer for me what the market does actually. So if you need that help, there is courses. If you don't need that help, YouTube and me, and there's questions here that we can help you with. And then I want you to have the most amount of pips that you can ever carry in your account. I want you to succeed, just as I have succeeded, so we together can succeed even more. Even I'm on a journey, you're on a journey, and I want to help you on your journey to become a successful Forex trader. But you have to make the move, choose what you want, and I will be here with open arms in helping you, improving and becoming the trader you want to be. Okay? I have not seen any more pairs. I have not seen any more questions. I believe I've done well today. I thank everyone for joining in today. Namaste. Gracias. Thank you. Tack. Tusen tack. Is it muy bien? Bien? Is that Spanish? For those who speak Spanish? But Salama sana. So until next time, thank you guys for joining, and I will be back maybe tomorrow, maybe Thursday, maybe Friday. Until next time, stay safe. Do not risk money you cannot afford to lose.